Mzansi, ube mnandi, zonke izinto zibe manzi. Homie, don't worry, hold up. No mgozi goes up in our skin. Dishing out the truth, so start tuning in. Can't tolagale. Come, yes, social issues, this so easily. Giving you the latest news so instantly. Gender we tighter, keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider.
A very Merry Christmas to you and yours. Merry Christmas! We're celebrating with you, Mzansi Insider.
Yes.
We're bringing you the most. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, happy. I love it in Lesotho. All you hear is happy.
So it's just Merry Christmas.
This day, Shlile, is all about Lerato, joy, happiness, and just keep me giddy. Rakiti kantate. And we're doing it in a very special way.
Absolutely. So today we connect insiders that have written into the show with a medium, so they get to connect with their loved ones.
Okay.
About the people they've lost in their lives, especially because it's a day about family. So we definitely want to connect them. It's going to be beautiful and amazing. Also, some of SA's biggest artists will be serenading us with beautiful carols, which brings me to this question, Rory.
Yes.
My knowledge of Christmas carols is not that good. What's about the thing when?
Nna ke tseba Silent Night fela mara ke tseba ka Sesotho.
A re botse.
Ke bosiu bo kgutsitseng manyelo abina ha monate mane. I mean, I could keep going, but here's the lineup. See,
Yes.
okay, I don't know that part.
I don't know Sesotho
Normally the loved ones come for 3 seconds, give you the message and leave. She tells me she fetched him. Now I've got your dad's mum that would like to greet you. My heart, even on this side, is with you each and every day. She comes to bring in the changes. You tell everyone that you never watch TV, but you actually do.
I just wanna say thank you.
Silent night.
What's happening, insiders? It is the festive season and we're celebrating Christmas, but we want to understand what Christmas is giti, abantu. So I'm hanging out with Usikhona, who's a spiritual artist. Now let's speak about Christmas. What exactly is Christmas giti?
Githina ukhisimusi, ukhisimbuzi, kismusi. Christmas is, I think, a time that we use to just remember ourselves and our family and to be together. People have traditions that are very different, from exchanging gifts to seeing grave sites and going to see deceased loved ones to some that actually have nothing to do with Christmas, but they appreciate the togetherness that is felt. The general feeling in Christmas inspires even cultures outside of a Christian pursuit, because the understanding is that Christmas is a Christian sort of pursuit.
Yeah.
But cultures outside of that, even people who call it agnostic pursuits or non-denominational pursuits, enjoy the merriment of Christmas.
So one of the most important things about this time, because it's such an emotional time, at the end of the day we meet up with our family, and these are traditions that have been going on for years.
Yes.
We have to stay true to our culture, regardless of the commercialization of Christmas as we know it.
Or rather, as a culture, I think there are infinite things we can do, and those are informed by what we identify with the most at the time as a culture. Some cultures recognize family beyond the physical plane. The ethereal plane has a lot of our family still. So we believe in ways of communicating and bringing them forth to dine with us. Some people go as far as placing, foods and gifts for deceased ones at their places of rest.
Absolutely.
To symbolize just we are together, and yes, we are here, but we are here because of you actually. And we never forget that, and we never move out of that. And that's something that holds us even no matter what the commercialization is. People with different religious pursuits, they move with an acknowledgement of their ancestors and deceased ones. And I think this encourages us to constantly be together. In the Jewish faith, as we were discussing as well, they have something called Christmaka, where they do almost a spin-off of, I think it's Yom Kippur or Hanukkah. So it's Hanukkah and Christmas. And they say, well, we won't celebrate Christmas, but we do appreciate the spirit, because even in their families, some of them choose not to practice. Some of them choose not to actually be Orthodox Jewish, or of the Jewish faith in an Orthodox fashion, excuse me. So they also want to join in the merriment. And I think seeing this in different cultures inspires and shows that actually we do have a desire to connect to something much bigger than something that separates us. There is something in the Christmas ideal that connects us, and that's what we are most interested in connecting to at the time.
How do we strike a balance between what we know Christmas to be and what Christmas has become?
When you can bring yourself in full view and say, for yourself, how does this become about you? As we discussed, it then gives you a very solid footing to choose how to actually celebrate it, because people don't have the same preference.
We don't have to be Christian to celebrate Christmas,
Yes,
ultimately, right?
absolutely, absolutely. That's what it has become. And that's now another point where some Orthodox, call it Christians, need to come to terms with their faith and understand that they cannot judge people who say Christmas is, they don't have to be Christian, because their faith in its doctrine says everybody is welcome on the table. And that means the lost, the knowing, the not knowing, everybody is welcome. So those who are in a deep understanding of Christmas, their only job is to welcome more.
Next level. Well, thank you so much for chilling with us and dissecting Christmas as we know it, you know, because it is ultimately about the evolution and different people do it differently. And we need to be okay with that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I've got your grandfather coming in from your mother's side of the family that watches over you. He tells me that he was quite sickly, you know, like before he passed, because I can hear the coughing, you know, like, and the phlegm. Were you very young when he passed over?
Yes, I was very young.
He was always a very proud man, quite a difficult man. They say that he didn't have an easy life, that he'd work very hard. You know, like I can feel that, you know, like that often his back was sore. But there looks like a little bit of a limp, you know, like when he walks. They say he doesn't speak about anything. You know, he would look with his eyes and tell you what to do and how to do it, and he would command great respect, you know, like if you walked in. But he tells me that he just thought that you were the prettiest boy in the family. And he says that your heart is like your mother's.
Wow.
He says, in so many ways, you look like your father's side of the family, and barring your eyes, you know, like that come from my side, he says. And he says that he's often there bringing white butterflies to you, just to let you know that he's there and to bring an upliftment. And you do have a brother that's older than you.
Yes, from my father's other marriage, yes.
But we still say he's your brother, because I believe that there is a celebration coming in now for Christmas, and that the two of you haven't connected for a long time. And your brother, you know, like sometimes doesn't know how to come and talk to you about things, but there's going to be a strong bond, you know, like between the two of you. I know that he's a very stubborn man, and they say he's still got a long way to go, you know, like to take his steps. And he shouldn't, your grandfather shouldn't be bringing him in, but he tells me that this brother and you are going to do great things one day. Wow. All right. And he comes in and he says, will you bring my blessings, you know, like, and love to the family, and a love over to your mum. And he just comes in, he says, will you ask them about my, it looks like a knobkerrie or a walking stick, you know, like that he had.
Okay.
I don't know if he called for his tea with it, but he keeps bashing it on the floor. Do you know about this?
Not at all. I was too young.
Okay, so you can just ask them about it. But he says that he brings in, you know, like a lot of guidance, and he wasn't someone to take a soapbox, you know, like he didn't like the limelight. He was he's very quiet, and he's there for you all the way. And then I've got your dad's mum that would like to greet you.
Nice.
She's a very beautiful woman, you know, a little bit more built, you know, like around the hips and thighs. And I just see, you know, very traditional woman. I just see the higher cheekbones. Very strict, wasn't she?
True, very true.
Very strict.
Yeah.
I just see a woman that could take a little bit of meat like this and make a whole pot, you know, like full of food. And she tells me her feet were aching all the time. I don't know if you're aware of this. No. Oh, you have to ask. I just see the feet aching all the time. And she says, I come in to send blessings, and she really has a wonderful sense of humor. She's laughing, and she says, it is something that you've never believed in, and you never thought anyone could read you. So she says that over here, all our eyes can see. So she comes over, she says, she brings you all the little copper pennies, you know, like 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, as a stepping stone across the river of your life. So each time you find a coin, know that she is there guiding you and letting you know that she's giving you the next stone to cross the river as a guidance. And she comes in and she just comes to put her arms around you, and she says blessings over to the family.
I want to know if I'm going to be successful.
More successful than you are.
Well, yeah.
They say in 2.5 years from now, you know, like that you will get the platform, you know, like that you've been working on. But I still see you going in television, all right? And I don't know what program it is, but it looks like, not like this. It looks like you're standing up and you've got a mic and you're running a whole series, but you're presenting, you know, like, and doing nominations for things, because I can hear nominations coming in. You seem to be very, very into the music industry. Yes. And so I just see the nominations coming in, you know, like on something with music. And a funny thing is, because you don't really like black suits, it's not something that you like to wear, but you will have a black suit, you know, like with a white shirt, and that will do well. Just don't grow the beard, okay? It's just, you're very good looking. You've got your father's chin, you know, your grandfather on your dad's side, and the beard is just not becoming for you.
So I shouldn't grow the beard?
Like the little beard that, because I think you had that about a year ago. So I would just leave it off if I was you. But success takes about 9 years for you to achieve all the goals, you know, like that you've set out. You're always in a rush, and you love to eat and go.
I love to eat.
Food is supposed to be a celebration of life. Okay. And at Christmas, we celebrate, you know, like for the whole year, we celebrate the blessings. So, but I just see eating and going, forever in a rush. True. Lives on his phone.
Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you.
Insightful. I need to shake your hand so I can get some medium vibes in my body.
So you can get some gifts.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sebenzelanga nokuqonda kwam akusebenzanga andazi kuwe wethu wasiyo kuwe wethu wasiyo ithando yakho ba ithando yakho soma
Today I would like to connect with my older brother.
He says that when you taste the food, if you could taste it for me.
Round your virgin mind, the child. Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Now, at this time of year, many remember and yearn for their loved ones that are no longer alive. So, we decided to make magic happen.
Tsatsing la kajeno, if Connor joinang, we're hosting a connection session. A medium is delivering messages from past loved ones, who are our insiders. So it's going to get really interesting.
Hi, Cheki. Today I would like to connect with my older brother.
Passed some time ago, your brother. Is it about 2 years ago?
It's approximately a year ago, yeah.
But he tells me that he left here tragically.
Yes.
Because I can just feel his head. And I don't know, was it an accident that he passed in? Because I just feel terrible pain, you know, like in my head. And I don't know if he'd stayed here for a while and then left, you know, like, because he wasn't well, you know, like before he left. And I feel that he was quite afraid before he left. You look a lot like your brother, apart from your brother's got a more solid, you know, like a chin. And they say sometimes when you look at him, he looks a little bit lighter than you know, like in the coloring. Very gorgeous. He's very gorgeous. And he's very cool. You know, like, he doesn't talk much. He must have been very serious when he was here. You know, I think that he does take the older brother, you know, like, quite seriously. He says to me, he says, he wants you to know that he's very proud of you. He tells me that he loves all the media, you know, like that on the Facebook and the very, very cool photographs, because he doesn't stand upright, your brother. He's got more of a swing, you know, like in his shoulders. And he says that, I wish we'd spent more time together, but life was so busy, you know. And he just wants you to know that, and your mum to know that he is with you for the Christmas, you know. He says the only difference is if you could just, when you taste the food, if you could taste it for me, you know. He says that things weren't going that well in his life, you know, like when he left. And he wants you, no door in heaven is closed for him. He says he's very hip and cool, you know, like over here, because, and he tells me that he misses all his friends as well, because the friends keep talking about him. And he's very funny, your brother, because he comes across like he was really famous, but he was just an ordinary guy, you know. He keeps saying, tell Mama that I didn't complete the studies and I should have done it, you know, like there's so many things. But he says that he does bring you the white feathers to let you know that he's there. And they say, if you find the feather in an unusual place or it comes floating down, whatever you're thinking about or speaking about, when you see that feather, he says, I come to solve your problem. He says, you solved his problems and now he comes to solve your problems. And he brings me this big bunch of white roses and he says, will you hand one out to each of the family members, because I never got to say goodbye, you know. He says he never got to say goodbye. And he comes over and he says that he just wishes that you grow your hair a little bit longer now, you know. Sorry.
Always somebody said that to me. That it would make my
He
hair
says
grow.
it's very hip and cool, but when you had the braids and that, you know, like quite beautiful. And he says, and those red shoes, and you always tell everyone you don't wear them, but you did wear them about 4 or 5 Christmases ago. And he says, I'm going to miss sitting on the couch, you know, like at home, because he used to slump on the couch, you know. And he says, the only difference here in heaven is we're not allowed to wear all the cool shoes. Because he really likes his shoes, this guy. And he just comes in to bring you the love. Would you like to know anything from him?
Yes.
He is with a grandmother. on your mother's side of the family. She is a very bossy woman. I just see her more built, you know, like on the breasts and the arms, and I like he's got to sit, you know, like close to her, and I just see her as telling him that he can't talk so loud, you know, because he really talks loud. Sorry. So she just says to him, "Oh, no, quiet," you know.
It's true, because, yeah, from my mother's side, is the only grandmother that is passed on. So it has been years ago, so she eventually loved him so dearly. So...
She tells me she fetched him. She tells me he couldn't breathe, you know, like when he left, and that she fetched him, and that she says that he's one of our higher angels, you know. He didn't go to church that often, you know, like, but he did believe in God, and he tells me that he loves all the trees here, and he loves the rivers, and he says that the grandfather's also watching over the mother's father and the father's father, who he thinks he's like the father's father, you know, like your dad's dad.
I would like to know if he is okay.
He's very happy. He says most of the time he's still here.
True.
Because everyone's still talking about him, and at this time of the year, you know, like with the celebrations of Christmas, he knows that the family has a heavy heart. He's very naughty, your brother, okay? And I don't really know sometimes how much we can say, you know, like live on television, but he says, "Will you tell them to have a beer for me?" You know, like, so he is naughty. So he says, "Don't forget the celebrations for me," you know, like, but he's content. He says he couldn't get better and I had to leave.
So in his moment of passing, did he ever think about us?
About his mother, about your mother. That it was all about mother, and that he kept calling, you know, like the mother. He did see the family, but this is really a mommy's boy. So he tells me that it's about mother. Like he was looking for the mother, that calling the mother.
Because nobody, like, he was a mama's boy. Like, whenever he felt pain, because he's been through so much. So whenever he felt pain, he would just call out the mother. So, because even in the state that we found him, it looked like he was calling out because he was badly burned. So
he didn't know about it. He only knows about, you know, like he only knows...
True, because he had an injury, a big injury in the head.
He only knows about the head, you know, like about the head, and that's all he knows, and he couldn't breathe, and we can say, thank goodness he didn't know about anything else.
Yes, because he got a very big scar on his head.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, the session with Mom Jackie was quite thrilling, because even me, I could just get goosebumps as to what she had mentioned, validating the whole thing, validating the person just came forward, actually made it so real. My older brother was crazy, that I don't want to lie. And I bet even wherever it is more even crazier. With my grandmother's part, saying that she is with him, also gave me a sense of peace. This was the most best gift I could ever ask for. With the roses he brought forward, I will treasure them for life, because they will always reign in my heart. And this Christmas, I'll be eating for two, no doubt about that.
And mercy, my God, and sinners reconcile. Glorious, all ye nations rise, join in triumph of the sky, with angelic voice proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark, the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Whoa. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Everybody sing now. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Jesus Christ, that Jesus Christ is born.
You've got a great grandmother who is your guardian angel watching out for you.
You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Ehlile re bile le di moments tse tibileng haholo mona o Mzansi Insider kajeno. It's a special edition ya show ya rona ra la amohela.
Yes, now we're all about receiving messages from the past ones today, and it's been touching. Well, I know I've been touched. Very deep.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Hi.
Hi,
What is your name?
my name is Sia. My real name is Sia Bongamgomezulu, aka Sia.
Nice to meet you, Sia.
Thanks.
You've got a great grandmother on your father's mother's side, your father's mother's mother,
That's true.
who is your guardian angel watching out for you. And I just see a very, very lovely lady that says that you look just like her son and her husband, and she comes to, like help you and to bring in the changes, like to nurture you. If you can do the pushes in your life, over the next 2 years, they say that you'll never catch him again, like that you will push ahead, and within the 7 years from now, that you will be one of our high leaders. But without speaking out, Lovey, you cannot be one of our high leaders. Do you understand that?
Yes, I
All
understand.
right. I always say it doesn't really matter how much education you've got, how much money you've got, or what culture you come from, or what religion you come from. Be proud of who you are, and they say, walk tall, So you've got really a wonderful future ahead of you, if you can speak out.
So I want to know about my company. Like I'm trying to open my company. Like more now, like my mind is full of business. Do you foresee something about that?
The company, I don't feel there's enough liquid cash. I just feel that at this point in time, if I gave you 15 staff members to take care of, you wouldn't be able to handle it correctly. They would all be your friends, and then you get disappointed. So that's why you've got to either go do Toastmasters or go and get, where you cannot be one of our high leaders if you don't speak out, and I do feel you should have taken up drums, because I think that you would have been a brilliant drummer. Right. And you say, I only love music, I don't play music. But I think that you could have been a really amazing drummer. Maybe you can find someone to mentor you that will give you the confidence, that you need. Working forward on the company, you seem to have started that from September.
Yes.
And I do feel that you will get the opportunities made next year to push it forward. If you really put your back into it and you really work hard, you can make it work and have success. But you need to find more money first.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The money, I think, if I can try and push out on my music, maybe, is there anything you see that I can...
Music, I feel, will be positive for you, but to me, it's more instruments. So you're going to have to push that. So it's been nice chatting to you, and I wish you great success.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. God bless. Thank you.
Okay, first thing first, I didn't believe all the things that she said. Inking ukuthi like izinto bekayikhuluma bekuyizinto ezinye bekuyizinto bengisayicabanga. So I almost felt like, what's happening? Azange believe ukwenzakalani, but then ngihappy ngale session engibe nayo naye wangadvise ukuthi I need ukuthi ngiye esikolweni ngichubeke nezifundo zami and all that. I really think ukuthi into emele ngithathe serious leyo. So nje kuyiloko ngiyabonga opportunity engithole ku Mzansi Insider.
Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, 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 and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let every songs and joy, what fields and floods, what fields and slaves. Repeat the sounding joy, 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 repeat the sounding joy.
She says, know that I love you more than the morning light. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. And she says she had to spend time away from you because sometimes there wasn't enough money.
I just wanna say thank you. I just wanna say thank you.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
All right, guys, so it's been a mix of emotions and a very interesting edition of Mzansi Insider today.
If you've just joined us, Chaufi the first half an hour, we have been connecting insiders, babang baba ratileng basa tse ba fitile, all in the spirit of Christmas and family. Shabamuna.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Flora.
Okay, my name is Flora, as I said. I just want to know, I'm here about my mother, and I need to know, is she at peace with everything that's happening around us?
Your mum comes to put her arms around you. She tells you that, she says that she never ever leaves your side. I just see she's got higher cheekbones than you, your mum. So I just see more, you know, like the cheeks and a little bit more rounder in the face. She says that she was quite sick before she passed, your mum.
Yes, she was.
Did she have a cancer?
I don't know, I was quite small at the time.
Because she kept saying that she had stomach problems, and I don't know if the family told you about that.
No, they didn't tell me.
She says that that you can often feel her presence, you know, like because the family speaks about, you know, like her a lot, and that in every way you like her. She tells me that you're very smart like her. She says that your voice is very, very similar to hers. Do you know that? Did they tell you sound like your mum?
No, they didn't tell me
Okay.
that.
They say that, she says to me that that she's so very proud of you. And did you have an aunt that was helping you
Yes, I
to
did
grow
have
up?
that.
Because I'm very grateful, you know, like to the sister, you know, like 'cause she tells me about an aunt who's actually made you into a beauty queen. She says that you're very clever, that you're very kind and loving like her. And she says that you're hardworking as well. And she comes in and she says, know that I love you more than the morning light. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. And she says she had to spend time away from you. Do you know that? Because sometimes there wasn't enough money, you know, like, and enough things for me to be there. but my heart, even on this side, is with you each and every day. And she comes over and she says that she will be there on the day of your wedding.
Okay.
You know, like with the flowers in your hair. She tells me that you travel a lot.
Yes, I do.
And are you modeling as well?
No,
because I see all the photographs around you.
And I just take a lot of pictures, but I don't
But she
model.
tells me that there's modeling, you know, like, and I just see photographs, you know, like coming in. She says that you should have gone more into law, you know, like, because you're very, very right and wrong, you know, like just like her. But you also look a lot like your father's side of the family, don't you?
I wouldn't be too sure. I do not talk to them, so.
So I just see that, you know, like your forehead and that is like your father, you know, your father's side. Here you like your mum. I feel that she was a great warrior, you know, like, and that she would worry about things, and that she got sad. And they say that there was a change, you know, like, I don't know if she changed, you know, like, has she changed with your father? Had she left your father at the
Yes, she
time?
had left my
because I
father
know
at
there
the
was a
time.
conflict there, but her heart is settled about it. And she just says, stay as beautiful as you are. She couldn't have asked for a better child. She just comes over and she says, give my love to the family, you know, like for Christmas. She tells me that your gran has to look after herself a little bit more.
She does, actually.
It's a lot of problems. So it's been lovely chatting to you.
Thank you very much.
And I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
Moving on forward, I think I'm a little bit at peace with what's happened with my mother, because Jackie told me that she is at peace, and the fact that she loves me, because I really had doubts about that, because I believe what she did, you do not do to people that you love. But I'm willing to let this whole thing go after what I heard today. And I'm very thankful for the opportunity that I got today and all the things that I got to hear.
For the longest time, bending eyes, now that I realize how much you have sacrificed for me. Bending for no Canada. If I don't say it enough that I appreciate you, I just wanna say I love you. Wanna say I thank you, Mama. I need you, need you. I just wanna say thank you. I just wanna say thank you. I just wanna say thank you. Saphula molonke ngithini yabulela ngokundikhulisa ngale ndlela nindikhulisileyo. Umama notata, umakazi, umalume, my brothers, my cousins, ufuna ukundixelela. If I don't say it enough, I just wanna say I love you. Wanna say I thank you. Wanna say that I'll always be here. Oh, yeah. I just wanna say thank you. I just wanna say thank you. I just wanna say thank you. I just wanna
You have the status of the queen, and that you just like your grandmother.
Silent night, oh, holy night. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Re fetile pheletsong of a very emotional and powerful edition ya Mzansi Insider. Man, from the rest.
Absolutely. But there is, however, one more insider who gets to experience Christmas in a special way. Check it out.
Jackie, my turn.
Your grandmother on your mother's side of the family coming over for you. She passed over some time ago, didn't she?
Yes.
So she just keeps holding your face, you know, like this. And I'm giving you kisses on each side of your face. Very traditional woman, because she keeps covering her head. And I don't know if she was terribly ill before she left.
Well, yeah, that's what I know, that she was ill.
She just tells me she was very, very ill. I don't feel that she was that old, you know, like on her passing. She was very beautiful in her day. And they say that in so many ways, you know, like that you have the status of the queen and that you just like your grandmother. Did they tell you that she was like a queen?
Yes, my grandfather was very fond of her.
Okay.
They speak.
I just see that her serene, you know, she's very serene, very beautiful. And she says that you take after me, you know, like so much. She says sometimes you need to take a little bit more time, you know, like for yourself. And she says that at times they wish that you'd go and sing again because you love sparkle. And yet you don't wear sparkle anymore. And she says that half the time you're just listening to other people, you know, like, and patting them on the back, and we should be putting you on the pedestal. And she comes over and she says that you have wonderful opportunities opening up in January for you. Have you got a little girl?
No.
I just see they keep pushing the little girl forward. Then you've got a little daughter that's coming in. But I know that you love shoes, so I'm sure your daughter will have lots and lots of shoes, all right? And I just see the father a little bit darker, you know, like, and I just see a beautiful girl.
Okay.
They say that she's going to be very famous, and for all the singing that you didn't do, that she would reach the limelights in America.
Now, wow.
Okay, so I bring you lots of love from the grandmother. She was a very tough lady.
Apparently she also liked shoes.
She loved shoes, although only when she went out, because everything matched. She was extremely smart. But at home, she tells me that she wore slippers all the time, you know, like flat shoes. So, but what a beautiful queen. She had lovely, you know, like outfits. And I see a religious woman. I can just hear, you know, like the, like if I go with your grandfather and her, and then I hear there's a mix, you know, like, so we're mixing. So she took on more from your you know, like married to your grandfather, and so we carry the family forward.
So why would I want to ask you? Ooh, Jackie. I'm going to be like Kat, because he earlier asked you, you know, just in terms of the future, because I think that's what most people want to know.
They say a lot of hard work for the next 14 years to come.
No, I've been working so hard, though.
They say a lot of hard work for the next 14 years to come. That you get the recognition over the next 2 years, you know, like where you'll have your platform so that you can call your shots and do what you want to do. But that you will work for the next 14 years. You know, like work is not a bad thing, because you tell everyone that you never watch TV, but you actually do. So if we didn't send you to work, you would watch TV.
I would.
With your legs underneath you, and you sit on the couch. So the work, they say, will be very good for you. I see great success. I see 3 companies in your future. I do see that you come to help your sister in the future.
Oh.
All right. She can normally tell you what to do anyway, so.
Always.
But I just feel that you help her. She's excellent with figures, your sister. You
Yes,
know.
she is.
Excellent. And she gets the job done.
That's Boka.
If it takes it till 2 o'clock in the morning, she will get the job done. She has good things coming into her life.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of disappointments.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Jeez, Jackie, just like that.
Thank you. I get a lot of help from the loved ones.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Oh man, what a beautiful, emotional, just all overall amazing episode of Mzansi Insider.
Absolutely.
Perfect way to start the Christmas morning.
Yes, but we want all the crew on set with us. So Zwagalani.
Zwagalani.
It is Christmas, so we're in the spirit of
Hey,
giving. So we'll give you a little shine. To you at home, thank you so much for joining us on this Christmas edition. We're going to close with Beyond Vocals singing Silent Night.
Merry Christmas!
All is calm. All is bright. Oh, round your virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Umma umme ae, umma umme ae, umma umme ae, umma umme ae. Silent night. Oh, holy night. Oh, it's calm. Oh, it's bright. Round your virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Umma umme ae, umma umme ae, umma umme ae, umma umme ae. Yeah, that's right.
Merry Christmas.